Hey, what's up, guys? Dale Valor here for Modern Valor Dating. Today we're going to be talking about DHVs, displaying higher value, what that means, how to deliver it. I got the top 3 tips for DHVs. Let's go. All right, DHVs. So what are they? A DHV is displaying higher value. So what you want to do is you want to show her that you are a higher value than she is. Because oftentimes women don't date down, they only date up. So meaning, her value on the onset to most guys is how attractive she is. So she's used to guys coming up, throwing her a bunch of compliments, putting her on a pedestal. I'll do anything for you. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Da, 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 da. So when you do that, all you're doing is making her value and her stock high and your stock low. So what you want to do is you want to show her that there's a reason that she should be invested in this conversation, in this interaction. So there's a few ways to do that. Tip number 1 is social proof. So whether it's online, whether it's in person, regardless of the circumstance, you want to be able to show that you have social proof, meaning that you have friends, that women are used to being around you. You're not a creepy guy. Women like to hang out with you. That you are a man of high value amongst your friends. You're the alpha. You're the leader of the pack. You're the guy that people come to when they have problems. If there's a party, you're the guy that they've got to have there. You're the captain of the football team. You're the captain of industry. You're that guy. You want to be able to show that socially, and that's easier said than done, but it's something, if you don't have much social proof, it's something that you need to work on. It's something that you need to hone, and it's something that you need to cultivate for yourself. So that's one way of showing higher value, that you're the guy to know. You're that guy. Tip number 2, stories. I'm huge on stories, all right? I think it's a part of game that is really underrated and really put on the back burner and just doesn't have enough emphasis on it. A story is a good way to show your identity, but also in that story you could embed value. So ways to deliver a good story is rehearse it. Know what stories make you look good without it being braggy. So in other words, that time that you saved that little girl from drowning. Now if you came up and like, hey guys, guess what? Guess what happened to me? This girl was swimming, and I swam out there and I got her, and then I did CPR on her, saved her life. They gave me the Medal of Honor. They named the town after me. You know what I mean? Like, no, obviously that would be a terrible way of delivering that story. However, if you're, talking about life and things like that, and you talk about how life, how much you value it, and like you value it so much that you risked your life one time because you were walking down the beach and this girl was out 100 yards into this lake, and you saw her arms flailing around, and it was just an impulse that you had to go get her because it reminded you of your little sister or a cousin or something like that, and you knew it was on you. And this girl was finished if you didn't go out there and handle the situation and bring her back into the shore and do CPR, and you contacted her parents, and her parents came out and you weren't looking for thank yous and things like that, but at the same time you felt really good about yourself that you were able to be in that position, to be able to do that you had the skill set to be able to save this girl's life. And that's because you take life so important, and so you have to live your life to the fullest. That's a good DHV story. Now I just made that up off the top of my head. That never actually happened, but you see the example. You can take something out of your life and craft it in a way that it makes sense, that it shows the value that you have, and a little bit about yourself and who you are. So that's tip number 2. All right, tip number 3, routines. I'm a big fan of DHV routines. You can Google and find a million of them, okay? I'm a big fan of palm reading and rune reading and handwriting analysis and all kinds of just, different routines. And I'm not going to go through each and every routine and all that kind of stuff. I mean, like I said, a quick Google search and you should be able to find a handful at least of good routines. However, those routines should play into stuff that you actually are into. It should be part of your identity. It shouldn't be something like if you don't, if you think that palm reading is occultish or satanic or something like that, probably not a thing that you want to implement into your game because it's not congruent with who you are. But if that kind of thing interests you, it could be psychology, it could be NLP, it could be a litany of different things. It's about you knowing about something specific, a personality test. And at the same time, not only are you doing something fun and interesting, and it's just something engaging and shows that you have an intelligence that most people don't possess, you're also able to screen. If you do a personality exercise, one that resonates with you, you're able to do that on your target and with your target. Now you know about her. Now you know a little something. And if you find out through that routine, well, she's bipolar and likes to steal stuff, probably not somebody you want to bring into your life. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but there's all kinds of routines, and there's a time and a place to do them. Usually I like to deliver a DHV immediately after my opener. So I go and I open a set. We have a video on openers, so check that out. But after the opener is when I really want to go into my first DHV. Now bear in mind, this is a side note, do not become a dancing monkey. Don't be the guy that, because you have all these cool little tricks and cool little bar bet tricks and things like that, parlor tricks. Don't be the guy that just keeps doing that, because at that point, now you're just a source of entertainment. There's no attraction being built. It's just like, wow, think of it like this. If you go to the circus, and a guy is out there juggling on the high wire, you're not like, I'm very attracted. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're just entertained. It could be even a very unattractive looking woman if she's doing, fire breathing and on some Tiger King stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you're not attracted to her. You're just like, well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty entertaining, but you're not attracted. So don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that just has a bag full of tricks. You know what I mean? Be the guy that delivers it once or twice, and that's it. Just show that you have that intelligence, that you have that skill set, and that it's something cool and interesting and gives you something to dialogue about.